Have you ever wondered what sourdough starter looks like under a microscope? Well, today we're going to find out. Thanks to my daughter, who's a microbiologist, we're going to take a look at some samples of sourdough starter under the microscope. Sourdough starter contains both yeast and bacteria, and that's what lends the artisan quality to bread made with sourdough starter. So this is what a drop of sourdough starter looks like under the microscope. This right here is yeast, and all of these are bacteria. One of the biggest differences between a packet of store-bought yeast and sourdough starter are these bacteria. The bacteria help to create the sour flavor, but they also inhibit the growth of the bad bacteria. So that's why your sourdough bread doesn't get moldy as quickly. Here's what the yeast looks like when it's grown out on a special plate that only allows yeast to grow. You can see what started out as just a small amount of yeast has grown into these big colonies of yeast. And this is what happens when you feed your sourdough starter. The ideal temperature to grow your yeast is between about 85 and 95 degrees Fahrenheit. This is what it looks like when the yeast and the bacteria are allowed to grow. This plate allows the bacteria and the yeast to grow, and you can see right here, the yeast is growing, and here, the bacteria is growing. And my daughter was able to tell that the variety of yeast growing in my starter was Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So now you know what's really growing inside your sourdough starter. Follow me for more baking science and sourdough tips.